Hello everyone, Sientir here with Final Fantasy XIII. Welcome to the start of a new week, which means I need to practice my, what would I call, auctioneer's voice. Because time to load some save data. And that means time for a summary recap that's very fast. Let's see if I can actually manage to read it this time. The ease with which the l'Cie slip aboard the Palamecia is, as I had anticipated, simply part of the plan to lure them into a trap. They make it onto the Skyfleet flagship with the help of the cavalry, only to be greeted by a squad of PSICOM soldiers as soon as their feet hit the deck. The l'Cie do not back down. This is more than just a rescue attempt. It is a battle that could affect the future of Cocoon. The Primarch heads the forces aboard the Palamecia. If they can destroy Daisley and force him to reveal the Fal'Cie's schemes, it may be enough to liberate Cocoon from the Sanctum Tyranny and free the hearts and minds of her people. If they can prove how the government has manipulated citizens into hating Pulse and changed the way people feel, then maybe the l'Cie can find a place in Cocoon society, and some hope for the future. Okay, that wasn't as long as I feared it might be, and I actually managed to keep up. I don't know if I was understandable, but yeah, okay. So, just remembering we're aboard the Palamecia, which is this giant flagship. And we got some alarms blaring. See if we can do something about that, eh? Okay, let's start by taking out this group of randoms. Okay. Wow. The infiltrators are significantly weaker. Let's take them out first. Might need to go to a healing mode soon. It was the infiltrators that were the weaker ones, right? Yeah, no, it was. These guys are just tanky.
Change of plan. You looking at me?
Finding's calm. Why is that draining so quickly? No, I guess it isn't now.
Looking at me? Appreciate it. Target's a target.
Okay, now onto these regular guys. So last we left off, we were on board this ship, as we can see. Like, I mean, the recap does a pretty good job. So it'll be interesting to see where things kind of go from here. Wow, are these guys dying faster, despite having so much more HP? I should probably look at the chain resistance stat, too. That's probably relevant. Because these guys might have a significantly lower chain resistance, which means that they're easier to stagger? Question mark. On the one hand, they explain every mechanic, and on the other hand, they do not explain every mechanic. Okay, well, took him down. Oh, that's so annoying, that alarm. Okay, I kind of want to go... Oh, good. It turns off when I go into the menu. I kind of want to check... No, soldiers, not militarized units. Would it be PSICOM elites? No. They're not airborne. Hunters? Infiltrators? Okay, no, they have 10 resistance too. I don't know. Excuse me, I don't know what's going on here. Ho-ho! That guy wasn't paying attention.
Let's get this over with.
I don't think that seems to have affected stuff much. Ooh, they have a heal too.
Are you looking at me?
So I think one of their... yeah, PSICOM Huntress. Okay, so that's new. Get the data on her. Oh wow, that's a lot of stat ups.
Appreciate
Okay, I think we can move. Let's go to Bully for a moment.
Thanks.
I'm gonna get some stats going up. Okay, this is mostly defensive stuff because that's what Hope has.
You asked for it.
Let's switch to this one for a bit. Get some healing going. Oh, are we down to just the hunters now? That's good. Okay. Excellent. Ooh, 3 credit chips. It's good for lots of cash. Okay. Do I have... Yes, I do. Oh, right here. What does this indicate about what I'm... So wait, this way is not the way forward over here. Well, then what's down this way? What did I just do? Oh, is this the way that we came in? Yeah, okay, this is the way we came in then. I'm all sorts of turned around right now. Of course it respawned all of the enemies. Why wouldn't it? It's the only logical thing to do. It is what it is. Lifesaver. Uh-huh. Oh, I'm so confused about what all these directions mean. So... Huh. Maybe that'll become relevant later? I don't know. Are there any special properties on this? An officer's gunblade. Boosts HP restored to allies revived with rays. Okay, well that's not... especially relevant at the moment.
Just roll with the punches.
I like this whole not fighting enemies thing I've got going on. It's very convenient. Okay, I don't have enough CP to really be worth investing in anything. Oh, it's certainly something. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's save, and I guess I can sell my data chips if I really want to. Ah. Okay. Sell components, incentive chips, credit chips. Not that I know what I'm doing with my money, but here we are. It's just crawling with guards. Mostly slow, inept guards, but crawling with them. Hey, look, a treasure chest I probably won't open. Oh, wait, no. The enemy's de-aggroed, so I can go ahead and open this. Ooh, how's that compared to what Fang currently has equipped? He has the bladed lance. So this has more defense. I see that you're telling me it goes down. That's 226. Yeah. Oh, no, wait. Branded with the name of misfortune, this spear enhances the wielder's debilitating powers. Ah, okay, so it improves debilitation. Yeah, I'm not impressed by that. Go ahead and get the enemy huntress thing cleared. He popped. That's a strange term. Sure. My Crystarium levels haven't really increased, obviously.
Attention all crew, code green. Repeat, code green. Security forces stand by. Hostile forces on board, code green.
Get up! You're being moved! On your feet, scum! You too!
You should use that more often. It's clearly highly effective.
All right, time to split. Not run. There's a difference.
Gotcha.
Let's go.
Do I deserve to escape?
What? You'd rather die?
What?
Because that's gotta scare you. Scares me. Scares me so much. I think I might die of fright. So, I push myself to live even harder. I can just imagine Dodge laughing at me talking this nonsense. Right now, I'd do anything to see that smile. Stay positive, right?
The automatic,
Be careful.
lip sync. That's the word. A little awkward. Okay, we just got data log updates. Events. Chapter 9. I wonder how many chapters there are. Time to split. Despite being driven to the brink of suicide by the sight of his son turning into crystal, Sazh is still alive. Having been captured by Colonel Nabat in Nautilus, he and Vanille are now on their way to Eden to be executed. The only reason they still live is so they can be murdered in front of an audience. When Sazh learned that Vanille was the one responsible for his grief, he was consumed with rage. Now he listens calmly to her tale. Once a l'Cie who fought in the war against Cocoon, Vanille spent centuries in crystal stasis. When she finally awoke, she found that her companion, Fang, had lost all memory of their previous focus. Afraid that their new charge would culminate in another horrific battle, Vanille chose to feign memory loss in an attempt to flee from her destiny, a decision which has led to untold tragedy. Somewhat ironically, hearing Vanille's melancholy tale sparks a flicker of hope in Sazh. If Vanille can emerge from crystal stasis, then maybe Dodge can too. Stirred from his despondency by this thought, Sazh helps Vanille to overpower the cell guards, and the pair begin their escape. But this time, they're not running away from their fate, they're taking charge of it. Meanwhile, elsewhere on the ship, the other l'Cie battle through waves of enemy soldiers in an attempt to rescue their friends. Or, in my case, walk calmly around waves of enemy soldiers in an attempt to rescue their friends. Sazh, Katzroy. A trained civilian airship pilot, Sazh has been raising a son alone since the untimely passing of his wife almost 3 years ago. As sanctumless in the custody of PSICOM, Dodge turns to Crystal the moment he is reunited with his father. Yet, even after later discovering Vanille is responsible for his son's misfortune, Sazh is unable to bring himself to shoot her. His goal now is to survive the coming conflict, with the hope that his son will one day wake from his crystal stasis. You know what sounds good right now? French fries. There's no bearing on anything whatsoever.
Shall we?
The goopy what? Okay, we're fighting some goo. Okay, that's Flanator. That's a Flanborg. This one. Flanborg. Weak to water. I should probably shift this focus to the Flanator. Can we take out the Flanator? Just shoot it.
Did you see that coming?
Okay, let's get some healing going on. And let's hope that this party can reunite soon, because honestly... What?
Thanks, Vanille.
Pulls out a random other gun. Sure, why not? Because this party being... What is this ridiculous set of animations? This party being split means I'm fighting with 2, which is significantly worse than fighting with 3. Because the system is not made to fight with 2. Because the characters are too narrowly defined in their roles. And it works fine for 3. It's interesting for 3, but on 2, it's just a little too narrow. Actually, I bet these guys have... Yeah. Yep, they've got CP to spend. Let's work on your commando. Scourge. You'll have damage with attack to target about to recover from stagger. Let's see. Boost chain bonus of stagger target upon attacking. Let's see. Man, CP just doesn't go as far. Oh well. You have to keep evaluating what the numbers mean, you know? Just how it works. I'd be okay with just more filler abilities. What I mean by that is, like, these right here, strength +4, magic +4, HP +30, like HP +10, strength +4. These are really filler abilities. They're just there to kind of be stat boosts. Basically, CP is kind of like your experience points, except you have to pick where you're placing it, and it kind of has these arbitrary thresholds. But you can see this is like 400 CP to get each one of these. Like, these are filler. And if I go back down the line, this is like 130. And they're a bit weaker and stuff, but like as I go kind of down, a lot of these get fairly cheap, like 75 CP, 70s down here. So, well, that one was free, but like the CP values just keep increasing as along with the amount of CP we get, and I would kind of prefer it if the CP costs kind of remained more or less the same, but maybe they had more of these like strength +2, and then you had to like buy 5 of them to get a strength +10 instead of. It's just a presentation thing. It doesn't really change how things go, but it would feel like I'm getting more for the same amount of CP, so I wouldn't have to keep reevaluating how much my CP is worth, because this is what I'm getting at, like with this discussion is. By increasing the CP cost like per node from like 70 up to then it goes 75. Where am I now? Boy, I don't know why that's there. To like 400. Like this is 300, right? And then it goes to like 130s for some reason. I don't know. It's vaguely confusing that way. But like these are now 400s for like +10, +4 strength. I wish that and like these guys are up here like 1,000. Instead of making these just cost more and more and more, which makes me have to reevaluate how much my CP will get me, right? Because I look at 9,000 CP and I'm like, that is so much CP. I can get so many things, and then I'm like, I can get 5 things with that. When before that would get me literally like 10. Let's see. If it's 1,000 or 7,000 CP, yeah, that'd be like 100 things with 3 zeros versus 1 0. So at 70 cost, that'd be like 100 things. I'd rather buy like 100 ones and stuff like that. It would prevent me from having to like constantly reevaluate how much my CP is worth, and kind of get excited when I see that I have a lot of CP, only to discover that it just doesn't really go that far. It's just kind of a random thing, but for some reason that bothers me a bit. Mostly because it just makes it seem like CP does become worth less each individual CP. It's inflation, right? It just doesn't go as far. And that's what inflation is. It's
Why do they always have to make these things more complicated than they need to be?
ask the game designer that. They're the one responsible. Well, I guess we're fighting this flan. So yeah, I would like to be able to have a little bit more consistency in my ability to evaluate how far my CP goes, even if it's not getting me more, per se. But again, that would be maintaining CP values. Like, if everything was, like, equalized CP costs instead of, like, oh, this rewards you more CP because it's a harder enemy. It's like, well, is it a harder enemy, or is it just that all the values have gotten inflated? And it's like, it's kind of more that one. Well, let's just see how well we do just attacking this guy for the moment. Ooh, that hurt.
Watch and learn, kid. Didn't even have that.
Yeah, please heal us.
Don't give up.
Thanks, Vanille.
You can do it.
I did
See
it.
ya, Daddy now.
I think part of my issue, actually, as I'm thinking about it a little bit, is that inflation stuff only really makes sense in the context of revisiting previous areas. I guess I'll bother. So, like, if this game has the ability for me to go back and fight some of those initial enemies that I would absolutely crush now, then that would make inflating values meaningful. But if I can't go back and fight those enemies, then inflating values don't mean anything, because the overall difficulty level of enemies should remain constant. Does that make sense? So, this game is structured in an incredibly linear way, which makes it not make a whole lot of sense for what's the word that I want here? It means that it doesn't make a whole lot of sense in the context of like inflating stuff. It's just to give you a sense of progress, but it's not meaningful mechanical progress because you're not going back to previous areas with weaker enemies to be able to mechanically experience your progress. Hopefully I've made sense while I'm like half trying to pay attention to what's going on in this fight. We need to do this. We're gonna be here all day. Oh, did we get the other one? I didn't notice. We might have. Yeah, we did. Huh. Okay. Sure, that's fine. So it's like, I just got 268 Crystal points. And that's roughly a quarter of a thing for me to purchase. It's not exactly a level, but... you know, so... Anyway, what's a Royal Armlet do? Royal Armlet. Ranged. Increases both physical and magic resistance by 5%. Oh, okay. I'm happy to keep the Magician mark at the moment, but that's fine. Where am I even trying to go? Oh. Okay. This way.
This thing's gonna keep us out.
Ooh, we got some murky ooze for this very poorly... Okay, so what I'm referring to there very poorly is this whole system, an organic mucosal secretion that dissolves when touched by human hands. Cool. This is used to increase the experience points of my equipment, but this does not, in the description anywhere, tell me its effects. I have to go into the other menu to be able to see its effects, which is actually really bad for the shops, because it means that I cannot tell by looking at the item in the shop what it will do, and I wish that information was recorded somewhere so I could actually make informed decisions, but that's the sort of thing where it's like, okay, this is a scheme.
Purple, I repeat, code purple. Security breach. All units on alert. Code purple.
Looks like we ain't the only ones cleaning house. Could be Lucy.
Could be fine. Come on, let's hurry.
Let's go get rescued.
No, not this time. For once in my life, I am going to save her.
All right, now you're talking. Let's go.
Because I can't make an informed decision without, like, looking up a guide or something, it's like a way to sell guides or whatever.
Code purple. I repeat, code purple. Security breach. All units on alert. Code purple.
All these colors. What's it mean?
Means we're doing our job. Making a lot of PSICOM guys nervous.
Who are they fighting?
Vanille.
Hi, okay, now this party's in.
Let's hurry it up.
Vanille's waiting, etc. What paradigms do I have? Okay, you kept my paradigms, that's good.
Neil's waiting.
What is even going on here? We are getting blared at, that's what's going on here. Also, we have reached a good episode length. So, enjoy this giant generator room. For now.
Way through here somewhere.
Yes, there's got to be. I imagine it's around, given that this is a round-looking room. Anyway, until next time, everyone, take care, and goodbye.